Hey, what is going on, guys? Potato Card here, coming to you guys with my first ever YouTube video on my channel, which is going to be a tutorial video on how to make the LEHS Mark III suit in Dayz Namalsk. And I gotta say, if you guys are making this in hardcore survival, like I did when I first made the suit, good luck. It's gonna be quite the challenge. And yeah, let's move on to the materials. Alrighty, guys, the 6 things we'll need to make this suit is going to be an NAC access card that you can get from the submarine, a LEHS Mark III blueprint. The 3 essential filaments we need are the nylon filament, the ABS filament, the TPC filament, and last but not least, we are going to need a pipe wrench. And I'll explain all the uses and purposes of each and every one of these materials here in a sec. The first item we're going to find is the NAC access card, which can be found at the submarine, or usually called SCAT 12 if you're looking at it from a Dayz online map. I'll make sure to include a link down below to the map I personally use. And there are 2 ways of getting to the submarine. Option 1 involves you traveling to this lovely little town here called Namalsk. You're going to want to gather as much food, warm clothes, water, and a ton of sticks, because as soon as you are ready to go, you're going to head straight northeast from Namalsk, swim to the ice, and go straight to the submarine. Now, since obviously you're going to be on the ice, there's no trees, so you're going to want to grab as many sticks as possible for the journey, because it is going to get very cold out there. Make sure to also bring around a gun, because there are going to be some polar bears and zombies at the submarine that you're going to have to deal with. Polar bears not so much, but zombies definitely. And after 30 minutes or so of walking straight northeast, you'll eventually hit the submarine. The second way of traveling to the submarine is by heading to Athena 1 during an EVR storm. If you go this route, you'll notice a portal starting to form in the middle of Athena 1 that grows by the second, and once it's grown large enough, you'll want to jump through the portal and you'll make it halfway to the submarine. Now, there are 4 key things to remember. Number 1, this portal will not send you directly to the submarine. It'll send you maybe around halfway there. Number 2, if there is smoke around this portal, don't go anywhere near it. Not only is the smoke going to kill you, but if you even make it to the portal, it's going to send you somewhere completely different. Number 3, you want to make sure that you have plenty of food, water, warm clothes, and sticks for the journey, because you still have to make it halfway to the submarine and make it back to Namalsk, which is not an easy task. And as you can see by me passing through the portal, the EVR storm is still active, so you're going to take half health damage from being outside in the EVR storm. So make sure you're at least wide chunk health whenever you're passing through the portal, because as one of my friends experienced when he passed through the portal, he was yellow health and he died on the ice because of the EVR storm. It's not a fun time, especially when you've gone through the trouble of making it to Athena 1. After you pass through the portal, you're going to notice a little mountain to the left of the screen there. After you've spotted that mountain, head 30 degrees to the right of that mountain and continue forward for maybe 10 to 15 minutes. Eventually, you'll run into the submarine where the NAC card is screaming your name. After finally making your long and treacherous journey to the submarine, you're going to want to go ahead and climb up top of the submarine and find one of the 2 hatches located either in the back or the front of the submarine. Do be careful, because there will be plenty of zombies ready to bite your butt as soon as you grab out. You want to go ahead and climb inside. Go ahead and look for the NAC access card, which should be in one of the rooms of the submarine. After looking around the submarine for a bit, you should eventually find the NAC access card lying on one of the bunk beds or a table, and I would recommend grabbing 2 because the durability does wear out per usage, and you're going to be using this card for the manufacturing of the suit as well as the journey to Lantia, especially if you have some friends who are also going to be joining you for the journey. I believe it does have 6 uses before it is ruined, so I would recommend grabbing 2, and there's plenty of loot at the submarine, by the way. There's night vision, there's log files that detail lore of Namalsk if you're interested. So there's definitely more than just the access card here. After finding the NAC access card, you're going to have to worry about the 5 other items that you need to find. Luckily, all 5 of these items can be found on Terra Island. Terra Island is going to be the island to the right of Namalsk and can be accessed using the land bridge, or just a straight swim from Namalsk all the way to Terra Island. It's not that hard of a swim, and honestly you can do it as a freshie. I've done it many times before and lived above white health. And yeah, so the next item we're going to start to find is the blueprint. So blueprints can be found along the southeast and eastern coast of Terra Island, where these little white dots are on the Dayz interactive map. You'll notice that they say oil rig lifeboat, I believe that's what they're called. And they'll be spotted pretty much all over the southeast coast of Terra Island. You're pretty much guaranteed a blueprint at each and every boat. They're very easy to find, and the lifeboats are quite big, so you'll be able to spot them from quite the distance. And unfortunately for my private server where I recorded this video, for some reason my private server isn't spawning in the lifeboats. It's probably some kind of glitch that I'm facing without the fix. But for any average, normal functioning Dayz Namalsk server, you'll find these lifeboats. I'll even include a picture of what they look like, and we'll even visit one because there is an actual lifeboat at the oil rig that we can take a look at, for example. But these lifeboats are absolutely everywhere. You'll find them and just walk up to them. You'll find a blueprint lying right next to them. And yeah, that's it for the blueprint. Remove the penis. But yeah, this is the lifeboat I was talking about, guys. Right here. It usually always spawns a blueprint. There it is.
They always spawn on the south side of Terra Island.
South, and southeast.
East side of Terra
Literally anywhere
Island.
east and southeast of Terra Island, you'll find like one at every boat. Every time Andrew has looked at one of these boats, he's never failed to find one. So you got the NAC access card and the blueprint. Now all you need is the 3 filaments and the pipe wrench. What I'm showing you on the screen right now is Terra Harbor, which is an amazing place to go to find all 4 of these items, if you get lucky that is. But honestly, any location south of the Sebjong Dam that is classified as an industrial location will spawn either of these 4 items. Do note that for the filaments, you're going to be looking for 3 of them. You're going to be looking for the nylon filament, the ABS filament, and the TPC filament. Once you've gotten all 3 of these filaments and the pipe wrench, which again can be found in any industrial location, which is why I love Terra Island, because it has 4 popular industrial locations. It has the top of the mountain, it has the Terra Harbor, the construction site, and that little town south of Terra Island. It's like a little industrial town next to the Long Bridge. After you've gathered all those materials, you're going to go ahead and make the trek all the way to hospital, because there's one more thing that we need to grab. Alright, so the oil rig is covered in toxic gas, so you're going to need to come prepared with a full NBC suit in order to actually enter the oil rig. If you enter the oil rig with just regular clothes, then you're going to die. So what you're going to need is the full NBC gear, which includes the NBC jacket, the NBC pants, NBC boots, NBC gloves, a gas mask. If you have an NBC respirator, that works as well. As long as you have a gas mask filter, then you're just fine. And you're also going to need the NBC hood. After you've gathered all these supplies, which by the way, all of them can be found at the hospital, then you are ready and set to go to the oil rig and make your suit. So you finally have everything you need in order to make the LEHS Mark III suit. Now all you gotta do is make the treacherous journey all the way to Phoenix, also known as the oil rig, as located right here. Now I will lay out a detailed plan map on how to get to the oil rig. This is how I usually go about it. You want to make sure, of course, you have plenty of food, water, warmth, and sticks. I usually grab 4 stacks of sticks, so that should be plenty for me. And of course, all the material you've gathered, because this is going to be one hell of a journey. I do start off at Terra Harbor at the very end of the pier. I start a campfire on the little land section next to the pier. As soon as I get the plus symbol, I head out for a swim. It is smart to carry a couple epinephrine pins around with you just in case you need to pop them. Whenever it comes to swimming out on the ice, be sure to watch out for any type of storms, so EVR storms, snowstorms, if it's nighttime, and of course, polar bears. If you do swim outside with nighttime or during a storm, you'll have a higher percentage of getting frostbite, so do be careful of that. But other than that, let me go ahead and show you guys my path that I take whenever it comes to making it to the oil rig. This is the path I take. I do recommend taking this path. If you guys have other options for taking a different path, then go for it. And yeah, I'll see you guys at the oil rig. Alrighty, after an hour on the ice, you should finally make it to the oil rig, where you're gonna go ahead and take off all your clothes and switch into your NBC gear and your gas mask. Now this whole setup is prepared so that you can survive the toxic gas surrounding the oil rig. As you can see, if you inhale any of that, you will die. So yeah, we don't want any of that. After putting on your NBC gear, you're gonna go ahead and, put the stuff you need to make the suit in your inventory, which includes the 3 filaments, the blueprint, NBC access card, and your pipe wrench. Once you make it to the printing room, what you're going to want to do is go ahead and throw in your 3 filaments. As well as your Mk3 blueprint and your NAC access card. Then you can start printing the suit. As soon as you start printing the suit, you're going to want to go ahead and grab your pipe wrench, make sure it's out and ready to go, and go ahead and run quickly back to where we came from. Make sure to go ahead to these pipes right here, jump up top, go ahead and fix the leaky valves. Now you guys want to make sure that as soon as you fix the leaky valves, you have 20 seconds to run back to the printing room and throw on your suit. Now that your suit is ready to go, you're going to take off all of your clothes except for your gas mask. Go ahead and throw on your Mk3 suit. Never remove this gas mask whenever you're on the actual oil rig. Then go ahead and grab your NAC access card, and the rest is ruined. You can go ahead and loot around the oil rig a little bit more, a little bit longer, as there are some pretty nice weapons that you can find at the top story here. For example, this VSS. As soon as you leave the oil rig behind, you can go ahead and throw down your gas mask. I do recommend keeping this gas mask, as you will need it for future adventures. Go ahead and grab anything else you need, maybe some food. And if you press K, your visor will close. And if you press K again, your visor will go ahead and open. Some interesting facts about the LEHS Mk3 suit is whenever your visor is down and you're swimming about, your temperature doesn't drop below white. There have been some instances where the temperature does drop to light blue, and I'm still looking into why that happens. As of yet, here's another fun fact about the LEHS Mk3 suit. You can't get cut. So even if 18 zombies are just beating your ass, you will not get a single cut. The suit also provides a decent amount of armor, as you're about to see. I'm going to let these 5 zombies go ahead and completely have their way with me, and once I wake up from being unconscious, you'll see that my health is, well, still white. Fortunately, it's not full white, as that would be quite OP, but it's quite high for getting my ass beat by 5 zombies. Something else to note about the LEHS Mk3 suit is that it does have 2 additional slots in it, the battery slot and the oxygen tank slot, and I'll show you how to get those here in a second. Making a complete and fully functional LEHS Mk3 suit is not an easy task. In order to get the last 2 components for your suit, the battery and the oxygen tank, you're going to need to go to Athena 3. In order to go to Athena 3, you need to go to Athena 2. Hopefully you retain those night vision goggles from the submarine, because now is the perfect time to use it. A headlamp and a flashlight will work as well, but when you're in Athena 2, yeah, it is pitch black. You can't see anything down there. Once you find some sort of way of seeing down there, whether it be a flashlight or night vision, you're going to want to head into Athena 2 and try and find something known as a muon detector. A muon detector will detect a storm before it actually happens, of course when there's a battery in it. Once you grab your muon detector, throw a battery in it, turn it on, and wait to hear a beep. Once you hear a beep, that's the muon detector telling you, hey man, an EVR sequence has been activated, the storm is about to happen. Once you hear the beep, head straight for the 3rd floor of Athena 2, straight to the control room, go to the control panel, and press the Start Flax Reactor button. Once you've pressed that button, it's going to pretty much tell the portal that spawns in Athena 1 to, instead of sending the person to the glaciers near the submarine, it's going to redirect that portal to send you to Athena 3. Pretty cool and dope process. After you've pressed the button in the Flax Core reactor, you're going to bolt it, absolutely book it, straight for Athena 1. Now, I hope you kept your gas mask, because whenever you head to Athena 1, there's going to be a thick smog of fog all around that portal. And of course, if you breathe it in, you're going to die. So make sure you have your gas mask with a perfectly functional gas filter with you. And I'd honestly recommend grabbing 2, because sometimes you don't find oxygen tanks in Athena 3. It's just kind of luck. Although there's a higher chance of you finding Atlantia, but that's a whole nother video. Once you've finally made it to the Athena 1, you'll notice the smoke around it. Go ahead and throw on your gas mask and head straight for the portal. There she is, the portal. Make sure you're wearing your gas mask. Once the port is big enough, you can go ahead and jump through. Make sure you have your gas mask, filter, and some extra filters. And once you jump through, you'll make it to Athena 3. Go ahead and activate your night vision, and welcome to Athena 3. It will spawn you in random locations across Athena 3. You can go ahead and experience it all. Also, as an added bonus, you can go ahead and experience the event that is at the top. Looking around Athena 3, you should eventually find either an oxygen tank or an LEHS Mk3 battery. If you get lucky, you might even find both. If you want to exit Athena 3, you can simply go to the top where the portal spawns, where I showed you, or you can navigate your way through the maze at the bottom of Athena 3 and make it outside to Namalsk. Once you made it final Athena 3 and you've gotten the battery and the oxygen tank, you can get rid of your head strap and you can get rid of your gas mask. Now that you have the oxygen tank, you never have to worry about ever using a gas mask ever again. If you press K, you'll notice that you can see at the top left, right in this corner, you can see the battery percentage and the oxygen percentage. If you hold down K, your suit will pressurize and you'll begin to start breathing the oxygen out of your oxygen tank. This will allow you to infiltrate or go into gas areas without having to use a gas mask. If you hold down K, it'll depressurize and you'll be good to go. If you press L, you'll notice that a very bright light will appear on the right side of your mask. Press L again, it turns off. If you hold down L, your night vision will turn off. You can of course pressurize your mask and use night vision at the same time, and even use your light if you wanted to. But do note that these things take a considerable amount of battery life, and even if you're not using your light or your night vision, your battery percentage will still decrease. Something that's really neat about this suit as well is that it can actually act as an APSI helmet. For those of you who have never used the APSI helmet, what it pretty much does is that if you wear it and you put a battery in it, anytime the EVR storm occurs and you're outside, you won't take any damage from the storm and you also won't get knocked out. The suit has this exact same ability. If your suit has a battery in it, you won't take any damage during the EVR storm while you're outside, and you also won't get knocked out. Something that's pretty cool that the suit also does is that it warns you about the different series of sequences that the EVR storm goes through. So it'll tell you about the LOP activity, EVR sequence, and even the danger. Anyways, I hope you guys have found this video to be useful. If you guys have, make sure to share, like, and subscribe to the channel. In the future, I will be creating a video on how to get to Lantia, all the tips and tricks you can do to stay there longer, and of course, everything you need to get started. And of course, as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, see ya. Hold on, don't stop the video yet. I totally forgot to mention this. If you guys are interested in Twitch and live streaming, I do live stream. I do live stream quite often, probably every other day. I don't really have a fixed calendar. I'm still setting that up. I do stream DayZ, World of Warships, and League of Legends. So if you guys are ready to watch me and Andrew, battle it out, we play hardcore Namalsk. Some real hard shit, and we have actually made it to Lantia. This is Future Potato talking. We've made it to Lantia actually several times, so it's an amazing adventure. If you guys want to be a part of that, make sure to go to twitch.tv/potatochip. That is my Twitch channel. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching.